Do you realize that you live in a three-dimensional, dualistic world? Everything has its polar opposite. Therefore, to be in balance, you are in a state of equilibration of polar opposites. Balance itself is a state of equilibrium. The challenge is that you don't stay in balance. Stay tuned for tips on seeing the balance and getting yourself back on track.
Welcome to this episode of Your Personal Wordsmith, tips to communicate with clarity and impact, with public speaking and communications expert Lillian Zarzar.
Your emotions oscillate, thereby creating the perception that you are out of balance and being off track. As time goes on, you become more frustrated and you continue to be lopsided in your emotions. In actuality, you are always in balance somewhere in your life, and your illusion is that you are out of balance somewhere in your life. This concept is known as Relational Dialectics, that was developed by two communications scholars who have done considerable research on the tension that exists in groups and within relationships. Leslie Baker and Barbara Montgomery state that there is, quote, ongoing tension between the multiple contradictions, complexities, and changes in human experiences, unquote. They go on indicating that the way to handle these issues is to use a both-and approach to resolve the tension. Most people use the either-or model, meaning either we go this way or that way, and most individuals tend to focus on one or the other. On the other hand, the authors posit that what is happening in actuality is that both exist simultaneously. For example, you have heard opposites attract, but at the same time, birds of a feather flock together. How about this one? Two's company, three's a crowd, but at the same time, the more the merrier. Both statements in each case are accurate. Dialectic tension exists when two opposing traits are polarized, and you can see the value of both. To resolve this tension is to clarify what the issue is and what perspective everyone is willing to accept. The both-and approach allows for addressing the issues at a higher level of analysis so that both are considered equally and both can be implemented at the appropriate time. For example, if you want to go somewhere for dinner and you desire certain cuisine, say Mexican food, and your spouse loves steak and potatoes, both are valid. So in discussion, you decide that instead of going to a steakhouse or a Mexican restaurant, you go to a restaurant that offers cuisine that can satisfy both palates. The realization is that neither one is right nor wrong. They are both valid and deserve consideration. In a group at work, for example, there are tensions like leadership versus followership, conflict, cohesion, structure, and spontaneity. These polarities are evident within the group, and during various times in a meeting or conversation, there is a structure in the agenda as well as spontaneity when participants begin to give input. Sometimes a person takes the lead because of a passion for a topic. Even though the leader of the meeting may be someone else, the group members follow the emerging leader because of the change in topic and their interest. During conversations, there may be conflict, while at the same time, there is cohesion when others are agreeing in polarity to the ones who disagree. Consequently, as you can see, there's a constant balance, and we tick, talk, or oscillate back and forth as we discuss and come to a resolution. How do you resolve these tensions? First, recognize both sides of the issue. Ensure that both have the opportunity to explain their perspectives and share their opinions to which they're entitled. Second, offer alternatives that speak to the values of each if emotion get too lopsided or as individuals become upset. If, for example, members raise their voices, appeal to the other side and encourage them to speak clearly and slowly so that they can be heard and understood, which is a value for them. And third, look for the opposite. In the moment of the conflict, look for the cohesion. In the moment of disagreement, ask for those who agree. In the moment of spontaneity, bring them to structure. Is the glass half full or half empty? The answer is yes. It is both half full and half empty, and it can't be one without the other. Call me, 614-486-5523. I can coach you in seeing both sides of the equation, and we can find where the balance is in your life.
Thank you for watching Your Personal Wordsmith. For more great information, visit lillianzarzar.com. Also browse the other shows found right here at Columbus Biz TV Shows.